Could this be where it happens? A man who's made over 250 century breaks, made the top 32 for the first time in 1995, 22 last eights or beyond, 2 frames away from doing it. Anthony Hamilton. Unbelievable at 4 frames. Other live sport though, on Eurosport. Alpine skiing FIS World Championship starts Tuesday, 10:45 a.m. live on Eurosport 1 from San Moritz. And highlights every evening as well from 6 p.m. Well, I have to say the fans have just came filtering out of the venue, absolutely buzzing, because what's just happened, Ronnie, is exactly what you said could happen. If Anthony, as you say, a streak player, gets it together, he can just reel frames off like only a few players can.
Well, he's won 5 on the bounce. He's won the first 4 of the evening session. I'm not surprised because he's done it in such clinical fashion, and there's not many players that can do what he's just done there. And that will, you know, he's playing with so much confidence that I expect him to continue to do that. But like I said before, you know, a 2-frame lead at this stage isn't massive. If he starts to tighten up and Carter starts to flow, then he can do the same. So it's like unbelievable.
Whatever happens, we're all in. Let's have a quick look at the match stats actually here to see where they are. This is over all of the frames, of course, but certainly dragging up some of those earlier match stats from Anthony.
I'd like to see what Anthony's pot success rate is from 5-3 down to 7-5 up. It's got to be 96, 97, 98. I mean, he hasn't really put a foot wrong, and you know, played fantastic.
Yeah, he's got control of the cue ball now, Anthony. He's like really like controlling the white, making it easy for him. That's what he's all about. He's a really good positional player. But for Ali Carter, he's only 5-3 down, you know.
Yeah.
To be honest, he hasn't done a lot wrong. He ain't had a lot of chances. It's been all Hamilton. So if Carter comes out, wins the next game, it's game on. But as I'm with Ronnie, I think the momentum's with Hamilton.
Carter's got to change his style of play, though. He has to start getting more aggressive. He's tried to sort of like sit on the fence, try to contain and contain. Hamilton's playing too well for that type of game to beat Hamilton. You've got to go out there now and attack more than Hamilton and bully him, basically. And
every part of his game looks brilliant at the moment. We're going to see a whole different range of shots as we look through the frames. In frame 9, I mean, he was cueing well as soon as he came out tonight, you know, awkward or not.
This shot here is an unbelievable shot. It might not look that hard, but he's digging down. He's had a hit, so sweet. And this is what he's so good at. He's hit that ball there nice and firm, close control with the cue ball. This yellow here, he's got a great setup for this shot. He can really find them little angles and get into like dislodging that ball, you know. So it just shows he's cueing with massive confidence now.
We said how important that frame was to get back within 1. He comes up for the next frame. We're going to start Jimmy with a brilliant rest shot, but he was sensational.
Yeah, he just plays a nice shot there. Cannon, the first glance, you don't think he's on the pink, but then the red there screws into the middle of the pocket, bounce off to that. He's won the game by now. It just shows you, look, you can hear the sound. When you hit a good golf ball, you hit a good snooker ball, it's the same sort of noise.
It's a happy noise.
Happy noise.
Yeah, I can also tell you, you know when you hit it bad, which is just about every time I do. Do you know what was happening during that frame as well? The commentators were commenting on it, and it was blatantly obvious. He was very controlled, Anthony, in that frame. Really slow and precise, and every little second it ticked away, Ali Carter was sitting. Tell me what it's like to be seated that long in a final, mentally and physically.
Well, there's, you know, sometimes, you know, if your opponent's just, you know, just outplaying you, you know, you've got to think of, like, you know, where the weaknesses are. And as Ronnie says, you know, Ali Carter's got to go out there and try and take the game to Hamilton. But he hasn't done a lot wrong, Carter, has he?
He hasn't done a lot wrong, but he hasn't done a lot. He hasn't made anything happen. You can get out there and sit on the fence all day long, but if someone's playing that well, you've got to now make him think, hold on, I better not make a mistake. And he isn't playing aggressive enough to put any fear into Anthony Hamilton.
And as we see in frame 11, you know, when he does make the odd mistake, Carter, he's getting punished.
Well, this was pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd fancy Carter to pot this. It's not an easy shot, but, you know, this is what happens when someone comes back at you. Anything is missable. It wasn't easy, don't get me wrong, because he was leaving him in.
This red here, he's fully committed, Anthony. Just goes for it. If he misses it, he leaves everything on. Yeah. Just strokes it in.
Yeah.
If you bought a ticket for today, the afternoon session and tonight, you'd be thinking right now every single penny is well spent, and we haven't written the full story yet, Jimmy.
No, you know, this like he's 7-5 up from 5-3 down. He was 5-2 down. So the momentum's with Anthony Hamilton. Next couple of frames are huge.
Let's have a look at a fluke in that final frame just before they get 15 minutes out, Ronnie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe a fluke as a destiny or a thing on the match. I think Anthony's played fantastically well, and you kind of get little rubs of the green. And, you know, one fluke in a match of a best of 17 match is definitely not going to determine the outcome.
Yeah.
You know, you have to make your own luck, and I think Ali, to get back in this match, has got to start, you know, making his own luck, really.
It was a massive fluke, though, because he hit the ball. You know, his whites ended up on the blue. So, you know, if that fluke didn't go in, Carter might have been potting all them balls.
Yeah, we're absolutely loving it. We're getting so many texts and tweets coming in. It's hashtag German Masters. We'll go through a few of them now. So much sport going on this weekend. The Six Nations, the Premier League, the Africa Cup of Nations final over in Eurosport 2. I really like this. Sod the Super Bowl. It's all about the German Masters. I'd like to think it must be about a 5 a.m. start, Ronnie, for the Super Bowl. I'd like to think we'll be finished by then.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
You can watch both. Pats, by the way, but by 7 is what I would go. Let's move on, see what else we've got coming in to Eurosport tonight. I like this here because it sums up just how likeable both players are, guys, doesn't it? From Danielle, the hashtag here's team undecided, and I'm still in that camp as well. Whoever wins, I'm going to be delighted.
There'll be a lot of neutrals. It's like, you know, snooker's a winner tonight.
Not at the Whetstone Snooker Club.
Oh, right,
There are not many neutrals there. Thank you very much to Dita Meta for sending this in. Of course, a player we know and love. Who else would be in there tonight, guys?
There's Alfie Burden there, and Ali behind Alfie, and there's a ref, and there's a Dita Meta at the back there.
Half a turkey by the looks of it.
Yeah. It's a great club.
It is a great club. Ali, the owner there, is fantastic, and they're such a close-knit set of Adita, Alfie and Anthony, they're always together at the tournament. Even if one gets knocked out, they're supporting each other. So, fantastic moment for them all, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, Ronnie. So, you know, talk to me overall just of what you've seen out there, how the tables play
I just want to summarise, really, because I think the biggest thing for me is so far, I kind of, I know Anthony's been playing well all week, so the way he played against Bingham and the way he started this final, I knew it wasn't because of he was out of form. I just knew he was just getting used to the conditions again. And I counted, it took him 15 frames before he looked comfortable at the table. So he's had to get through that match yesterday, come here, start off a bit ropey, and now what you're seeing Anthony Elman doing is what he's been doing all week. But it's the equivalent of what he's had to do is as if he's been playing on clay court all week, and Ali's been playing on a grass court all week. Yeah, that's the equivalent. One's slow, one's really rapid.
Very different, yeah.
And he's come from clay to play someone that's been playing on a grass court all week. Normally a tennis player say I need a week, 10 days to adjust.
Yeah.
He's had 15 frames to adjust. So he's had a massive mountain to climb, and for me, if he wins this tournament, it's not just about winning this tournament, it's about him overcoming that. And if you talk about mental strength, he's gone through the ringer there because he's been queuing well, and then he's had to come in there, and he's been a little bit vulnerable, not knowing why, but he's stuck with it, and that is massive.
I can hear much admiration, in the voice you're doing that, and it's a great analogy. You used the word if in there, and we have to. I said at the top of this part, Jimmy, 22 last eights or beyond in the ranking finals, 26 years as a pro. All of that will be inside him. He's got to bottle that to get over the line. We saw last night when he was 5-1 up, ended up winning 6-4, and that's why this is still nail-biting stuff.
Looking at the way he's focused and the way he's queuing now, he's such a purist snooker player. I don't think he'll even think about it until he pots the winning ball.
I don't think you can hit the ball any better than what Anthony's hit it tonight. No one on the planet can. He's pure. He's ripping through that ball. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
well, that's playing well.
Yeah, I cannot wait. There will be no more mid-session intervals. There will be no more analysis. There will simply be the final frames of the 2017 German Masters coming to you live and exclusive on your snooker station, Eurosport. Next. I can't believe so many of them are still here. I would want to be back in my seat right now. And we find ourselves, Jimmy and Ronnie, in a role reversal of where we've been at every time we've talked this season. It's now Ali Carter who's in the underdog position. This next frame, has to stop himself going 3 down. The shoe's very much in the other foot.
Yeah, you know, as Ronnie says, Carter has to come out and attack the balls and take the game to Hamilton at the moment. But if he makes any mistakes, Hamilton will punish him because he is hitting the centre of the cue ball and he's got control of the white.
Yeah, the closer we get to the finishing line, the tighter it could become. There's no doubt the snooker that Ali Carter's played this week, that he's capable of coming out and bringing it right back at Anthony.
Oh, absolutely, but I don't think they have to get tight under pressure. I think the way Anthony's cueing, he will enjoy the pressure and probably perform even better. So, you know, we could see 2 centuries now. We could see some most amazing snooker under pressure. That's a venue like this and a crowd like that does actually bring the best out of you.
Well, whatever we're going to see it all together. The players are coming out. Ali Carter needs 4. Anthony Hamilton needs 2. We just need to hang on for all that we're worth. The sporting heart is racing, and your commentators, Mike Hallett and Dave Hendon.